In our headlines this morning, Governor Soludo appreciates the Anambra for voting APGA during local government election. Medin National Summit on Child Rights held at UNIZIC, Awka. Federal government partners USAID to boost technological innovation. Hundreds of people missing as Hurricane Helene death toll rises. A very good morning to you. Welcome to our breakfast news this morning. My name is Ijoma Uche. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra state economy and the promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. The Anambra State Governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, has appreciated Ndi Anambra for coming out to vote for the All Progressives Grand Alliance in the recently concluded local government election in the state. Government House correspondent G.K. Abana for the report.
Governor Soludo was speaking at a parade and march past ceremony to celebrate Nigeria's 64th independence ceremony held at Dr. Alex Ekwueme Square, Awka. Governor Soludo, who also commended the Anambra State Independent Electoral Commission (ANSEC) for organizing what he explained has been adjudged by many people as the most credible, free and fair local government election in the history of the state.
Last Saturday, with the conduct of what many have adjudged to be one of the most credible, free, fair, transparent local government elections in Nigeria. I want to use this opportunity to thank and appreciate the Anambra State Independent Electoral Commission. They did a heroic job. We will continue to work every day, every minute, every second of the day to continue to earn your trust. But I am very proud, very happy that on Saturday, the Anambra rose up again to cement what everybody knows in this state, that here in Anambra, APGA is Anambra, Anambra is APGA.
Parade by the police and march past by pupils and students featured at the ceremony.
Coalition of civil society organizations accredited by Independent National Electoral Commission as domesticate election observers as adjudged the just concluded local government election held across the state as peaceful, free, fair, and credible. Correspondent Chukwuemeka Modelim now reports.
The organizations made the commendation during a press conference on the just concluded chairmanship and councillorship election in the state held in Awka. The civil society organizations, in their report read by the National President, Coalition of Civil Society Organizations Forum International, Ambassador Ada Onyije, observed that the election was a clear manifestation of the will of Ndi Anambra as eligible voters in the state came out in their large numbers and voted for candidates of their choice as winners, won with very high margin. The civil society organizations noted that there was no intimidation of voters and the violence in voting arena and congratulated all the winners of the election, even as they encouraged them to remain focused and committed to the welfare of the people whom they represent. In Awka, Chukwuemeka Modelim.
Media practitioners have been challenged to be more knowledgeable and versatile in all aspects, more importantly in the digital communication and technology. This forms the crux of matters at the Medin National Summit on Child Rights held at Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka. The summit, which was themed as the role of the Nigerian media in bridging the urban-rural divide for children in the digital age, was organized by the institution in collaboration with the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF. Correspondent Amaka Omuzulike has details.
The acting Vice Chancellor, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, UNIZIC, Awka, Professor Carol Umobi, represented by Professor Angela Ufele Obesie, said today's global concern on child rights sprouted from the aversion vulnerabilities to which children were exposed in Europe during the Second World, which includes abduction, recruitment into armed forces, rape, sexual attack on schools, and other sundry holistic actions.
Today's global concern on child rights sprouted from the aversion of the vulnerability to which children were exposed in Europe during the Second World War. Nigeria ratified the convention in 1991 and passed the Child Rights Act.
Dealing with the theme, the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Paul University, Oka, Professor Chinyere Okunna, who's the paper presenter, advocated for journalists for more knowledgeability and internet survey so as to convince people on the advantages of digital communication.
The digital world, as much as it has its own pros, we should also supervise our kids. People can actually take advantage of our kids. Their innocence.
From Unizik, I am Chinelo Onwuzilike, reporting for ABS News.
The Engineer Chudi Obinabo Scholarship Program has enrolled 25 undergraduates and 4 primary school pupils into the 8th edition of the program. It has also rewarded outstanding beneficiaries of the scheme who graduated in the flying colors. Correspondent Chibuzo Obidike for the report.
The enrollment of the new beneficiaries and reward of the outstanding graduates took place during the birthday anniversary celebration of the benefactor in Iftedunu, Dunukofe Council area of the state, with the traditional ruler of the community, Igwe Emeka Ilono, government functionaries, presidents, general, and students of communities in council area in attendance. Engineer Obinabo charged the beneficiaries to maximize the opportunity given to them through the program to better their lives, as their excellence in their academics is the only return on investment that he expects to see from the scholarship program.
I will always advise you, have your eyes on the ball. There is no job in Nigeria. Anybody with first class or distinction will be employed.
In their separate remarks, the member representing Dunukofia in the Anambra State House of Assembly, Honorable Chiefs Azotani, and the Managing Director of Anambra State Road Traffic Management Agency, ATMA, Mr. Emeka Okonkwo, said the gesture by Engineer Obinabo is in line with the state government's vision for a prosperous state through private-public community partnership, PPCP. From Iftedunu, in Dunukofa Council area, Chibuzo Obidike, ABS News.
Ifite Ogbo Adiji Ebenesi Nobi in the Demile South local government area has celebrated her maiden communal New Yam Festival, sponsored by a philanthropist, Chief Emeka Ezono. ABS correspondent Ifoma Okibo reports that the ceremony was attended by the traditional ruler of Nobi, Igwenik Obi, members of his cabinet, and other renowned chieftaincy holders. Her reports.
The traditional ruler of Nobi, Igwe Obi, said the New Yam Festival, which is known in the community as Asholo, is an amazing event that showcases the rich cultural heritage of Nobi people and serves as a way for members of the community to appreciate God for successful harvest.
This celebration is to make them know that they can not forget their tradition. This is who we are.
Some of the dignitaries who spoke to the ABS include the Transition Committee Chairman of Idemili South Council area, Mrs. Amaka Obi, the oldest title holder in Ifite Ogbo Adiji Nobi, Chief Afam Ozuago, Chiefs John Ojukwu, Linus Ume, Ikechukwu Azugo, Sunday Ezoke, and the woman President General of Nobi, Lady Ifeyinwa Nnekwerugo.
As na charity begins at home. Oh, Nobi Government, what's from Ifite Ogbo Adiji?
The ceremony featured cutting and communal eating of the roasted yam with local delicacies, presentation of awards to illustrious sons and daughters of the community, presentation of cash prizes to exceptional farmers of the year, and dance performances by different cultural troops, while outing by masquerade groups from Nnobi and neighboring towns added color to the ceremony. From Nnobi, Ifeoma Okibo, reporting for ABS News.
The federal government and the United Nations Agency for International Development have joined forces to drive technological innovation and sustainable development initiatives in the country. This was disclosed in a statement by the Director of the Media and Corporate Communications at the National Space Research and Development Agency, Dr. Phyllis Ale, on Wednesday. According to the statement, this collaboration was solidified during the 79th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York, United States of America, where Nigeria's Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology, Uche Nnaji, met with USAID's Chief Innovation Officer, Mohamed Abdelkader. The statement noted that their discussions focused on harnessing technology to address pressing developmental challenges in Nigeria. Hundreds of people remain missing after catastrophic flooding decimated towns, destroyed roads, and cut off power for more than 1 million homes in the U.S. Southeast. The death toll has continued to rise since Hurricane Helene, which was later downgraded to a tropical storm, tore across the region. 135 people had been confirmed dead across 6 states, of a figure that is expected to grow, and 40 of those dead were in the west of North Carolina, where 300 trails remained closed, hampering recovery operations as well as delivery of much-needed food and water. According to the report, an old flat red brick building in Statesville, 2 hours east of the city of Asheville, North Carolina, was filled with roughly 50 volunteer workers to get supplies to the hardest hit areas of the state. The Libya national team reconvened on Monday to begin preparation for their October 11, 2025 African Cup of Nations qualifying tie against Nigeria at Godswill Akpabio International Stadium, Uyo. According to Libya Al Channel, the Mediterranean Knights had their first training under the leadership of their new coach, Nasser Al-Hadri, in his assistance, Tunisian Akran Al-Hamani and the Abdul Qadir in Tripoli. The team is expected to arrive in Abuja on October 7 before heading for Uyo for the Super Eagles. Meanwhile, Nigeria coach Augustine Eguavon is yet to name for the double leader, with the corresponding slated for October 15 at Matters of February Stadium in Benghazi. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow us at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube at ABS Television, or on X as ABS Radio, and on Instagram as ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. Main points again. Governor Soludo has appreciated Anambra for voting APGA during local government election. Maiden National Summit on Child Rights has been held at UNIZIK Awka. Federal government has partnered USAID to boost technological innovation. Hundreds of people missing as Hurricane Helene death toll rises. And that's our breakfast news this morning. But just before we go, remember that Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and the promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steve Joma. Good morning.